It's interesting to me. I asked you to criticize the Orthodox Church, and you criticize the Catholic Church again. What's going on?
So,
is it that you can't, that you don't wish to, that you're really Orthodox at heart, or that you see them as the same? Or is it you're so sympathetic to the Orthodox Church that anything that seems to be a contradiction can't be?
I am Orthodox at heart. I will fully admit that. I mean, that is where my heart is.
So how are they in a state of schism? Obviously because of the act of being not in union with the Pope, but what is it Orthodox need to change?
Yeah, the
not just to be in union with the Pope, but to be in union with what Christ wants.
Mm-hmm. So the Orthodox need to change and able to allow a obvious unifying head of the entire Christian Church, which is the Pope of Rome. The Bishop of Rome is the unifying head and has certain authority over the other churches when it comes to faith and morals, and can, I believe, it should be through great bureaucracy, and it should be through synod, but can, when it comes down to it, correct other patriarchs. He is given a gift by the Holy Spirit to be the eldest among brothers, to be the greatest among equals in that way, and he should have some way, even if it's worked out, and we need to be more eloquent about what that is. The Orthodox, and it's shown itself, right? The Patriarch of Moscow has now excommunicated the Patriarch of Constantinople, and is probably going to do that with the Patriarch of Antioch, Antioch. So I mean, there's these of Alexandria, excuse me. So there's they don't have any visible head. Moscow, which is not one of the first 5 patriarchates, now they're excommunicating the one who is the second after Rome. So at the early councils, they said there's a hierarchy within the patriarchates, and Rome has that hierarchy, and Rome comes first and Constantinople comes second. Again, there's not much reason to have this hierarchy, but that's there. So when the schism happened, now you have Constantinople, we call the ecumenical patriarch, and now you have who makes decisions, who is a sign of unity and brings the Orthodox churches to unity. There is nobody. They're all completely separate. The Church of Moscow is completely separate from the Church of Constantinople, from Antioch, from Alexandria. So, and that's a problem. There's no way of enforcing on a human level union, and that's my biggest criticism of the Orthodox.
How has the Orthodox Church viewed the papacy, and how has that maybe developed since the time of the schism? How do they view Peter's role, as it were?
Yeah, so one of the problems is that since Peter also went to Antioch, they claim they have Peter there. Wow. But it's more the city of Rome that was given primacy in the first councils. The city of Rome has primacy because Peter went there, but also that seat, that bishop, or that see has that primacy over the other ones.
So they agree with this?
They did in the early church, in the first centuries.
Now, are Orthodox apologists denying that they acknowledge that in the early church?
They're not denying that they did, but because of the schism, they call Constantinople the New Rome.
Which, wouldn't that mean that there's a primacy in Constantinople?
Yes.
And would that refer to a specific patriarch?
It would. It would refer to the patriarch in Constantinople,
Who is that?
That's Bartholomew. We call him the ecumenical patriarch. He's the patriarch of the Greek church, but the patriarch of Constantinople.
Right, but I presume that there's not a majority of Orthodox who would look to him. So
no, the majority, that's one of the issues. The majority of the Orthodox are probably under the Patriarch of Moscow, which is not one of the first 5, but Moscow likes to call itself the third Rome. So because of the power they have, so that's why there can be this offense and a disagreement. Everything was over Ukraine between Moscow and Constantinople, because Moscow has more power, secular power. It has more people than Constantinople does, since Constantinople is now in Turkey, which of course is not a Christian nation, and most of the Christians underneath the ecumenical patriarch are in Greece. And so you have this kind of Greek-Russian fight going on, and they're fighting over Ukraine and who actually has authority over Ukraine.
I think it's important. I just want to point this out. Okay. Side note. We are living in a very confusing time in the church. And I think that there are particular Catholics who are so fed up with what looks like endless debates and fractions that they think that the grass is greener in Orthodoxy. Right. But you only have to spend 5 minutes on an Orthodox Facebook forum to realize heaven is not here, right?
Yeah, right. And you're going to get the noisiest people there too. But one of the things that is funny is that people will even say to me as a Byzantine Catholic priest, they will say, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of all the infighting in the Roman Catholic Church, all the mass wars. We're going to go Byzantine because all of you are completely Orthodox, completely reverent. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We have our own issues as well. Of course you do. And so do the Orthodox. Yeah. And you go to an Orthodox parish, you're going to see the same human issues. And then people get really disgruntled, and then they leave altogether or something like that. So, you're going to find the human issues everywhere. And Catholics and Orthodox both need to understand that the human issues are there. We're doing it imperfectly there. Yeah. But I believe that union is more important than getting it perfectly correct. Okay. That's why I will remain within union with the Catholic Church, even though I believe there are issues that need to be dealt with.
So how does the Orthodox view Pope Francis right now? Is he do they see him as a schismatic bishop?
Yeah.
Is that it? Or
do
they see him as the head among many who's gone astray?
I think some would.
Not the head among many. Sorry, the head of the other bishops.
The eldest among brothers. The greatest among equals. So, but there is a the Orthodox generally love the fact that Pope Francis desires synodality. He's not just making authoritative statements; he's actually calling bishops together. And synodality is a very Eastern thing.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, you will absolutely love the full interview, so click right there to enjoy the whole thing. Also, a big thanks to these groups who made that interview possible. Learn more in the show notes below about these guys. They're absolutely incredible and honored to have them as sponsors. Oh, and also, if you haven't subscribed yet, click subscribe and then that bell button. That way YouTube will be forced to let you know when we put out more content.